somebody keep dropping the damn ball on Blade.
I'm so tired of this. It's like they just
Moochie,
don't want to see black people be great.
now I ain't gonna go that far, Moochie.
Oh, because I am.
I ain't gonna go that far, but if
Anytime
y'all
we get a
feel like
black
that,
superhero, it's always a delay, always a mix up, always a problem.
if you feel like that and you want to do something about it, be sure to go to shoplifegains.com. Grab some of that black gear and show that you do support us black folks. Link is right there on my tab. But Moochie, we've had delays in the film. We've had rewrites in the film. We've had directors leave. And now, Moochie, we've got another issue going on. Take a listen to this and you get first dibs on this. Man, come on, y'all. Get this together.
Well, this movie can't get a break. We are hearing that Blade is getting another reboot and casting a new villain, meaning all this work going on behind the scenes, well, might be getting thrown out the window once again. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about what's going on with Blade, where this information comes from, and what it can mean for the overall story. It's super hard to believe, but it's been over 4 years since Marvel made their first announcement for the Blade reboot when Mahershala Ali showed up at San Diego Comic-Con. But since then, this production has hit roadblock after roadblock. Now, after going through a number of directors and writers, the project finally seemed to get back on track. And recently, even Production Weekly claimed that shooting was set to commence this fall. But now we're getting reports that the movie has hit another bump in the road. Now, to be fair, this comes from Daniel Richtman and not Marvel Studios, so obviously we want to take it with a grain of salt, but given the history of this production, this is one of those rumors I definitely believe. Now, according to Richtman, a new writer is currently being sought to give the script another major overhaul, although he does say that Marvel has finally nailed down the overall story, which does seem to back up some of those earlier reports that cameras are expected to roll later this year in Mexico or Brazil. Now, one of the other interesting factors was a casting call to go out for a male main villain, but the name of that character has not been revealed. Now, we've been hearing for a while that Lilith could be the villain, but if they're looking for a new main villain and that character is male, I highly suspect they might be reconfiguring this and Blade will face off with Dracula, who is a much bigger part of the Marvel Comics universe than many mainstream people realize. This also lends...
I thought he took out Dracula in the last one.
In the last comics? Or in the last movie?
The last movie, that atrocity that they messed up, that they made them look like the Scooby crew.
Yeah, so that don't even count that. Just Moochie,
I'm so mad at that, the Mystery Machine and all that other stuff.
Just throw that one out the window, Moochie. That one don't count, okay? Now, this is where we're at, people. Mahershala Ali, at the time that they cast him when they announced this in 2019, his ass was 45. Now he's 50, and we still delaying the movie because they got to get a new rewrite, Moochie. Another rewrite is what they're having to do. And I'm going to tell you, Moochie, what I think could be jamming them up. Now that they've got the overall art together, they're saying. That's what he said. They've got the overall story art, but they're going for more rewrites. I think one issue that's messing them up, Moochie, is that the MCU is trying to tie the Blade movie into the overall continuity, and it's been a struggle to figure out how to do that since what happened in 2019, because you remember they had Bob Chapek was running Disney and running Marvel, and now he's fired, and they brought Iger back. So Iger's saying we're not going to be doing quantity, we're going to be doing quality. So maybe some of that has impacted the way they're setting this movie up. But the question here, Moochie, is do you see all these rewrites as a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a bad thing. Well, we haven't seen the script, so I'll start with that. We haven't seen the script. So it's not like I know. But to me, the longer y'all wait, this dude going to be in his 60s by the time they get started.
Yeah, man.
What? Now you're going to need a younger Blade. To me, I think you need a younger one now.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I love Mahershala Ali, but he might be too old to play this part now.
He might be too old.
Come on, he's supposed to be half vampire. You got him aging too much.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that one.
Here's the thing about
they might need to go back and get a younger Blade.
And you know what, Moochie? Because we've got the multiverse going on, and Blade and his saga is a part of the mystical magic realm, like Doctor Strange and all. They're in that mystical realm with Ghost Rider, um, Wanda Maximoff. They're in that dark magic realm. What they could do is introduce Mahershala as our universe's Blade, let him get kicked the bucket and introduce a younger one from another universe and let him become the new Blade. But then it'd be like, okay, why even bring Mahershala in if we're only going to do one movie with him? But that's just something that they could do, because you're right. He's dealing with that problem of aging, and aging pretty quick because we keep taking forever to get this thing going. And he said, go ahead, Moochie.
I just, if they do that, the way they're prolonging it, it's making it worse. So if they're gonna switch out the character, they need to switch out the character.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I could go with this, because now he's getting too old to play the part. You think he's gonna be wanting to jump around and do all of this? It don't make no sense if you're gonna have a stunt man doing most of his stunts.
Oh, that's a good point.
Right.
You know, I'm just saying it's gonna look crazy. People gonna be looking to catch stuff and say, "See, this is when they switched." All of this.
I feel like this, Mo, and I'll give it to you. To Moochie's point, when she opened up about every time we get a good black character, something happens. You know, Mo, I think that Kevin Feige, who now has control of Marvel again, now that Chapek is out, I think he realizes that. And that might be a reason why they keep doing the rewrites, because they want this story to be kind of the same impact that Black Panther had when we first popped on the scene with him in the movie. Plus, he knows that Blade has a legacy and for Black people that love comics and others. And so could it be that Kevin Feige is just trying to make sure that we get the best possible story to continue the legacy of having great stories with great Black actors?
That sounds nice. I definitely think.
Golly,
I'd be so pessimistic sometimes. I gotta work on that. No, it sounds nice. I think that's. I mean, you said it beautifully. Like, it sounds great. Is that the reality? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really versed in this, so I'm gonna keep my comments at a minimum. I agree with Moochie and Lamont. Pretty much everything they said. I share the same concerns as my panel. Like, and then for me, when projects and things start to get too complicated, too messy, I kind of just pull back. I stop caring. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna watch it. I just don't care anymore. So I'm just gonna like pull back and just kind of wait and see. But it is becoming very complicated. I don't know what they're gonna do. Is this about to be a whole new franchise? Is this a one and done? Is like I gotta do more research, because I would love to support this. Because I was a fan of the original Blade franchise with Wesley Snipes. I would love to support this Black brother. I like his work. I would like to support Marvel, but Lamont and Moochie, I don't really have high hopes. So I'm just kind of like, y'all just text me when the shit hit, when the shit premiered, text me. That's where I'm at.
No, she didn't. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we're being 100,
yeah, you think they prolonging it like that for a reason? Because they're gonna switch out Blade again with a younger character.
I think they're I trust Kevin Feige now that Iger is running Disney. I trust Kevin Feige, and I really think in my heart the approach when they first launched it was going to be a whole lot of quantity over quality. And now that Kevin Feige has control of how the story and the overall arc is going to go, I trust, Monique, that Kevin Feige is doing this to make sure that the impact of another huge Black character is as good as what it was for Black Panther. That's what I believe Kevin Feige is doing.
Okay.
And when these scripts don't hit, or the overall art don't hit the way he wanted to hit, he's saying, nah, hell no, F that. We're not about to blow this. We're gonna make it good. Now, if Chapek was still running Disney, I would say we've got a problem with all this rewriting, directors leaving, people within the film not happy with the way it's going. And historically, when you have this much drama with a film, that's usually not good. But because I trust Kevin Feige and I trust what he did with Black Panther, the first one. Remember, the first one was under Feige. The second one was Chapek. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm saying. I think we can.
If you put it that way, then I could have, like Sharoni said, think positive thoughts.
Yeah, I'm responding to her now.
Yeah, so we'll see. Post your comments, y'all. Let us know what you think.
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, you know what else I was thinking about with this? Remember, they had the problem, even though it's a different friend. It is Marvel. When they did the whole Iron Man situation with
Terrence Howard,
and Don Cheadle. So it seems like they always have problems with the black man.
Yeah, it seems to be a little.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Look,
I don't want to throw it out there, but
I mean, is it? Go ahead, Lamont. Go ahead.
Personally, God, how do you say this without being disrespectful? Because Don Cheadle is a fantastic actor.
Oh, he did a great job. Yeah,
but
love him.
Personally, I would have liked to have kept Terrence Howard for that role. For that role, okay? So I look at it like this. I might like vanilla ice cream on Saturday, but on Sunday, I love me a good scoop of chocolate. Make that a double scoop. That whole thing was a mess. And a lot of people feel like Terrence Howard's gripe was that he helped out Robert Downey Jr. and Robert Downey Jr. didn't extend a hand to help him out. That was his gripe. His gripe. And a lot of I hear people who are like movie reviewers or critics say it's not Robert Downey Jr. responsibility to help Terrence Howard. And
I'm wasn't saying that when he was getting the help.
It's never
he wasn't saying that when he was getting his second chance. He wasn't saying that when they was writing him off for all his discretions in the early 90s. They wasn't saying that. Look, I'm not even gonna say what he did, but we know the history. But it is what it is. Everything is different when it's the other side of the coin.
Always, but this is the thing about life and integrity and how you move in this world. It's never anybody's job or responsibility to fight for someone else or to lend a helping hand. It's never your responsibility, but you do it out of the kindness of your heart. You do it because you have integrity. And I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying no one has to. You do it because you want to. You do it because you respect the person. You do it because you have a good rapport with the person. You do it for countless of reasons. So, yeah, I have a problem with what he said, but that's old news, so I'll let it go.
And I think it even hurts worse when you've helped somebody in a position and you don't get it back.
You don't get it back, or they screw you over.
Yeah. So, but anyway, y'all let us know what you think.